Abracadabra for saxophone does a really good job of teasing the student with improvisation. They do some fill-in-the-blanks exercises, and piece number 58, Swinging Along, gives you a bit of a cheat sheet. It gives you some notes to play, and you can use those notes to fill in the blanks. So the notes are these. You've got a G, B flat, C, D, and F. And they have this piece that is a swung piece, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, called Swinging Along. And it sounds like this. So here's your, it's got 2 bars and then some blanks, and then 2 bars and some blanks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. One, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Now the hardest part that's going to face the student here is to not actually overshoot the 6 beats that they've got. So there's a risk that you'll lose the count, you get a bit too carried away, you'll lose your place in the bar, and you won't come in when's required. So to keep this real simple, we can just pluck individual notes from that cheat sheet, and we can keep the rhythms just real basic like crotchets to start off with, and hear how effective it is, but keeping in mind the count, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So what have I done there? All I've done is played some crotchets, 1, 2, 3, 4, then a minim, and then the one that's prescribed. Now, all I've done is picked notes from that cheat sheet. So, for example, if we take that first blank, all I've done is taken those 3 notes from the cheat sheet, and I've got an effective improvisation, because it's pretty much what we're doing. We are making stuff up. So crotchets are pretty simple. How about we do some quavers? So what have I done there? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, then the minim that's given. So I've just, obviously I had to play a few more notes, but I gotta keep that count. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, we keep on going. So this time 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, and then the prescribed notes. So a mixture of quavers and crotchets. What have I done? All I've done is gone to that cheat sheet and just gone down it. So what I'm trying to get at here is that cheat sheet is your safe notes. You don't have to go completely overboard and grab anything that your imagination can come up with and try and fit it into that gap. We can start real basic and work up from there. So what I'm trying to say is this is not intimidating. Something like these type of exercises, I could imagine a lot of people look at it and go, nah, I'm just gonna go with the stuff that's all written down. But I'm trying to say this is quite accessible stuff. So now, maybe in the future, or maybe even currently, you've got, you've been listening to a lot of jazz, you can think, okay, now I've got this funky rhythm, you know, boo ba da ba doo doo ba ba, and then the minim. So maybe we could go. So I'm still just plucking notes out of the cheat sheet, but now I'm kind of imagining the rhythms that I've heard in pieces somewhere else. Repeated notes, you can totally get away with repeated notes. I've just cranked out a D. So maybe your focus is purely on rhythm. You can get some crazy solos that just go like ba ba boo da ba da da ba 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 ba. You've heard some kind of scat rhythm somewhere in some piece that you've heard, and just apply it here. Not quite scat because we're doing swing, of course. at a reasonably slow speed, but you get the idea. At some point, you're taking inspiration from something you've heard somewhere else, you're taking that style and applying it. But if we go right back to the beginning, focus should be on just making sure we don't overshoot our 6 counts. And we've got an effective solo of which we can then grow from.